What is good, bro? Welcome back. It's your boy C. Hey, I appreciate you guys for being here with me. I appreciate you guys for tapping in with your boy. But before we get to anything else, or we talk about anything else, you know how we do. This is our new regimen. I always want to give a toast to you guys who are here, and for those of you, and paying my respects to all of you who will be my future subscribers, and those of you who are already my subscribers, and just to a good day, good life, and blessings, man. So, with that being said, cheers. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. So, gentle parenting. There's it's been a new thing. It's been a new thing out here now. I know from the traditional way of parenting, pretty much the hardtail, the whole idea of, you know, I don't want to be so strict and hard on my kids. I want to be able to let my kids speak for themselves. I want my kids to be able to speak up. I want my kids to be able to express themselves in a sense, right? And I think that we've gotten to a point that I believe that we, as a collective, parents are becoming more soft, and in the result of that, their kids are becoming soft too. Say what I said. So, but before I dive deeper into that, there's a video that was sent to me, and I want to see what it's about. This is my first time viewing it, so I don't know what it is about. I don't know what it entails. I don't know what these individuals are saying or anything like that. So I definitely want to bring it up. And so let me bring it up real quick. All right, let's cue this bad boy up. Let's see what she's talking about. All right. Let's see. Get in the camera. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see here. All right.
This is what people think gentle parenting is.
Thank you for expressing your emotions by throwing that paper in my face. But would you kindly please not do that again?
When this is what gentle parenting is. Okay. Why are we throwing papers? Because you were all done with the orange? Okay, great. Next time, just please don't throw it in my face. Can you just tell me that you're all done with the orange? Because you could really hurt somebody. And I don't really like paper thrown in my face. Why don't you try throwing it into the trash can? All gentle parenting is addressing the situation without using physical or verbal abuse.
Okay. I mean, I get that. I get that. I can understand that in a sense. I get it, but yes. That sounds good. When me and my wife we talked about it earlier today. When you're overstimulated and you've had a long day at work, the day just whooped your ass. And then you got your little ones, your little rugrats, they come in, they screaming, jumping, hollering, throwing crap, crying, asking questions, mommy, mommy, daddy, daddy. And it just continuously just keeps going as if it just doesn't turn off. At some point, yes, hey, calm down, chill out. But for those of you who are parents, and those of you who really understand the reality of having a kid, sometimes that once or twice just don't work. And so therefore you then have to kind of raise your voice a little bit like, hey, didn't I tell you to sit your behind down? Right? So I get that to an extent. Sounds good on paper. However, in a lot of cases, and look, I'm objectively open to be wrong in this situation, but from my personal experience and from the people that I know and the people that I've experienced in my life, these kids act totally different on two different levels. I'll give you an example. So, on one side, you have a kid where they were gentle parented, and they tend to be, let's say, a little softer, a little softer on the edges. You know, tend to gotta validate their feelings, tend to have to feel as if they are entitled to something. Feel as if they, if you don't agree with them, um, then you're wrong. If you don't agree with them, even though they may be wrong, but because you have a difference of opinion, to hell with you. In that sense, right? More so of, oh, I have mental health issues. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not me shooting shots at people who truly have mental issues. I'm not. I'm not. So please don't get that twisted. But what I'm saying is, they tend to be in touch with their soft side a little more than others. I'm not saying anything. I'm not implying anything. So I want to put that out there. However, on the other side, the ones who grew up when their parents were not necessarily verbally abusing them, or they were just physically abusive, because I'm a firm believer of spanking. I'm a firm believer of it. But yes, I'm not gonna spank my kid just because they're getting on my nerves. I'm gonna spank my kid when it permits it. When they do something that permits me or needs me to act in such a way that I need to spank them, absolutely, they're gonna get it, 1,000%. Now, I'm not gonna be sitting up here getting an extension cord or nothing like that. The stories that some of y'all have heard. Nah, none of that. But they're still gonna get popped on the behind. And no, I don't care what y'all say. I don't care how you look at it. That is not physical abuse. If some of you who are spiritual and those of you who read the Bible, you do understand that spoil the child, spare the rod. So you do understand that, right? So that doesn't mean abuse the child, but that does mean that your kid, sometimes they will get out of hand. Sometimes your kids will test you, and sometimes you got to check them. You got to let them know who runs the household. They're not the head of the household, and you got to let them know that. I am not a believer of my kids need to be hanging around adults when adults are talking. I am a firm believer of my children need to respect their elders. They need to, when two adults are talking, don't come pulling my pants leg or anything, talking about daddy. No, if you see me talking, you wait patiently, and then when I acknowledge you, then that's when you can ask your question or tell me whatever it is that you wanted to tell me. But until that happens, and if I'll continue to talk and don't keep calling my name or trying to talk to me while I'm talking to another adult, I will check you on that. And I don't care who's around. Goes the same thing in the store. Wherever we are at, my kid will get checked. And I guarantee, as long as I am not harming my kid in such a way, but I am disciplining them, nobody better not say nothing to me. It is what it is. And the children who tend to get raised like that, who are raised like that, they tend to be a little bit more, I wouldn't say rougher around the edges, but sharper around the edges. Not a lot of things get to them. They're not as soft. They're not as easily offended by things that someone said, because they understand that everybody's not for them. They understand that sometimes things just don't go your way just because you wanted to. A lot of times things just rub off our shoulders, and we don't take everything to an offense. We don't. You don't have to tiptoe around us. Say what you say what you mean what you say, and stand 10 toes on it. If you disagree with what I say, cool. That don't mean we don't have to be. That don't mean we still can't be cool, but we just have a difference in agreement. We just have a difference of opinion when it comes to certain things. It is what it is. But there's no reason to get offended. Why are you offended? Did I disrespect you? Nah, I didn't disrespect you. Did you disrespect me? And if you did, I'm gonna check you. It's simple as that. But I'm kind of getting off tangent here. But in overall, I think that gentle parenting is what's harming this society today. And other things as well. But I think that's part of it, because a lot of things start in the home. The way that you raise your child in the home, your child then will take everything that they learn inside the home, and they would take that into the world, and they would think that it's okay. And it's not. That's why you have a lot of soft kids out here. That's why you have a lot of kids who talk about they got mental issues when they had nothing. absolutely nothing in this world to beg for or have to struggle for. Their parents that have to struggle for anything. They got everything that they wanted, but yet and still they still have mental health issues. How? What is so bad in your life? Comparing your life, I get it. People have issues. I get it. Everybody got issues. But if your life, one thing that I was taught in my life is, however bad you think that your life is, picture somebody else's life is 10 times worse. That doesn't mean that however you feel isn't validated. However, you have to look at the perspective and you have to look at the situation. Okay, this happened to me. How am I going to react to the situation? Do I react? Do I sit here and sulk and say, "Oh man, I just don't know, man. Life is hard. This, that, and the third." Or you're going to say, "Okay, I understand that things are going to be difficult for me. However, how can I get out of this slump? What are ways that I can get out of this slump? What are ways that I can overcome this?" And there are so many different ways that you can learn to get the information that you need in order to overcome whatever it is that you feel as if that you're struggling with. But to get to the point is, why do you, when you're going through something, think to yourself in your mind and say, I know for sure that there's somebody right now whose life is way worse than mine right now, who would die, who would put everything on the line to have the life that I have right now. The way that I'm acting right now, I need to check it simply because of that. I get it. You want to validate your feelings. I feel like this. Cool. I get it. However, you have to put things into perspective too. Because you may feel like this right now, but 15, 20 minutes from now, you probably won't feel the same. So you have to look at these things differently. And so this is why I believe that parenting, that's why I believe in disciplining your children. However you see fit in the context of not just spanking your child because you're annoyed with them, not just yelling at your kid because you're annoyed with them, but literally being disciplined, being stern on certain things. If your kid comes in the house screaming, absolutely not. Hey, I'm gonna need you to stop screaming. Don't care if you're at home, that's fine. But then if I'm letting you scream, hoop, and holler in the house, you're gonna think it's okay to do that out in public when I'm not around. Absolutely not. No, because you are a reflection of this family. So therefore, you're gonna behave in such a way, whether we're in front of you or not. And I can't stand it when I come around certain kids in the store. Like, bro, it's so crazy. It's so crazy to me. I come around certain kids. Hold up, before I get to the story, be sure to subscribe, man. Like and comment. It's gonna help the algorithm. It's gonna help me reach more and more people. So, but I just had to throw that in there. But look, I was in the store. I think, as a matter of fact, it was a Saturday. We were actually going to Target this day. The whole family, me, wife, 2 kids. Beautiful Saturday. Just one of those days you feel as if you just got to get out there, right? So we're heading to Target. We go inside and everything is good. We're walking down the aisles, picking out our stuff, getting the things that we need. All of a sudden, instantly, my parent instincts kicked in. Walking in, and I see we walk past this family. It was one mom, and it was 2 of the kids, right? No, I'm sorry, it was 3 of them. It was 3 kids. I think one of the kids was like 12. The other 2 were like, one was 6, and the other one I believe was 2 years old. I have a 5 and a 2-year-old, guys. 5 and a 2-year-old, and we're sitting there, and I think I was waiting on my wife. She was getting something out of the freezer, and this lady and her kids walk by, and this mom tells the kid, "Hey, stop doing that." Man, this kid yelled out a scream so loud that I promise you, I believe that the entire store and the people outside the store heard her. Instantly, I turned and I looked at my kids and I said, I bet not ever catch you doing anything like that. I said, because you see what she just did, I will pop you right in this store on your behind. And I don't care who sees it. I don't play that. I would never play that. I don't do that at all. And I can't stand when other parents let their kids scream, hoop, and holler in the store. No, absolutely not. Check your kid. Your kid don't run your household. You run your household. And if you can't get control of your kid, then listen, listen. I'm not afraid to tell a kid to shut the hell up. Like I'm being completely honest. I'm being completely honest, guys. I am. I can't stand it. I can't stand a rude kid. I can't stand teenagers who talk back. I can't stand teenagers who think that they run their household. You know, they got this. They tend to have attitudes for no fucking reason. Like, what do you have an attitude for? What are you so upset about? What is going on in your life that you feel as if you gotta have an attitude? And I get it, man. I was a teenager once. You know, there were certain things that my dad was sometimes, man, yeah, man, bro, can't do nothing. I get it. But there has to be a certain level of respect that you have to have as a parent and that you need to instill in your kids that, hey, I hear you with that attitude, but I'm gonna need you to check that shit at the door and don't get it twisted. I will still run down upon you. And I need you to understand that. Just because you got a little older now, you know what I'm saying? You feel as if your shit don't stink. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you, big dog. You feel me? So, but yeah, man, that's how I feel about the whole situation. So I personally think that we need to bring back the traditional way of parenting versus this gentle parenting way, because I think the people who are doing this whole gentle parenting thing, they want to give their children, they're projecting for sure, they want to give their children the type of life that they didn't have, in a sense of, oh well, my parents didn't let me go out at X, Y, and Z amount of time. So you know what? I'm gonna be open to letting my kid go out at X, Y, Z at time because I trust my kid. This, that, and the third. Like, I hear you, but nah, it's more than just you trusting your kid. It's understanding who else is out there. And at this point, I didn't get that. I didn't get that as a kid. When my parents and my dad said, "Hey, I need you in the house by X, Y, and Z in time." If I tell my dad, "Hey, we're going to, me and some of the friends, we're heading out to the mall or we're heading to, the movies, we're gonna kick it," and he say, "Hey, that's all cool, but I need you back by 10:30, no later, not 10:31, not 10:32. When that thing strikes 1030, you need to be in this house, door locked." And so I had to make it happen. And if there was any reason that I was going to be late, I needed to call him. Like, "Hey, Dad, something popped up, or Dad, this movie taking longer than I thought it would be. So we probably going to be in a little later, probably 5 to 10 minutes later." "All right, cool. Thank you for calling in." Too easy, right? And one of the biggest things as well is when we go certain places, my dad will make sure he's like, "Hey, I don't care where you're at. I don't care what you're doing. If you're going to go somewhere, like if I tell you initially, if you tell me initially that you're going to go to the movies, right? You're going to go to the movies. And then after the movies, you and the friends, you kind of don't want to take it in. You don't want to go to the house yet because y'all having fun. You say, "Hey, let's go to this little restaurant over here. They're still open." Boop, boop, boop. "Hey, yo, Dad, some of the friends, we're done with the movie. We're about to head over here they wanted to go get something to eat over here at McDonald's or whatnot. Is that cool?" Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. Just let me know when y'all get there. And then once you get there, just let me know when you're on the way home. All right, cool. Bam. Simple as that. Quick phone call so they'll know where you at. Yeah, I get it. We got GPS now. You got the phone tracker, but it still helps. Because sometimes you never know, man. Your phone could be tripping. Your phone could die. So they won't know where you're at. So call your parents, let them know. So, but I think having those boundaries and just understanding that the old traditional way of parenting and the way that my parents raised me, I look back at it and it makes more sense now. It makes more sense at becoming a parent now, as I am a parent now. And I think that looking at it from the way that my parents raised me to how a lot of kids are raised, how a lot of people are raising their children today with this gentle parenting thing is it's a bad look. It's a bad look it's a bad look. If anything, they're not hurting themselves, they're hurting the kids. Straight up. So yeah, man, I didn't want to spend too much time on that one. I really wanted to dive into this new thing because I knew this was gonna happen. But before I get into it, take me a drink. Damn, some ice got now. So there's been a lot of talk, and there are a lot of people who feel as if, what's that? There are a lot of people who believe and feel that Bronny James. I'll talk about it. Hold on. Let's check out these highlights first, because this is the second game of the season. Second game of the season. The Lakers won their first game. You know, we all caught the historical moment with LeBron James and Bronny James. They are finally on the court together. I wish Bronny James would have hit that three, though. That really would have solidified the entire thing. That would have made it so dope. But that's neither here nor there. I'm pretty sure they'll have their opportunity sooner or later. But I'll dive deeper into that. I actually want to see this. I want to see this highlight. I really didn't get a chance to see it. So for those of you who did see it, hey, cool. But for those of us who didn't see it, we're gonna check it out real quick and see what it's actually hitting for. Let's go. Let's go. All right.
We're going to get to see, especially at this level. So I'm going to sit back and enjoy it. Reeves throws it away. Here's Beal. Lakers only turned it over 7 times in their opener.
Hold on, though. Let me say this. Let me say this, though. It is amazing to see how LeBron is still operating at such a high level at his age, man. Most guys, most NBA players who get to this age, they just pretty much are chilling for the most part. They'll get there a few minutes in, but mostly they're sitting on the bench. But he's still a huge part of the success of the team, a huge part of it. He's trying to, here's the thing though, but you can see it. He's trying to take the back seat, and it's still early too. So he's trying to reserve as much energy as he possibly can. But you can kind of see that he's taking the back seat, and he's trying to let AD become that guy for that squad. So it's dope. It's dope to see, man.
Durant connects on a 3. That can contest those types of shots. The average wrist height on his release over 9 feet. Second best in the league. Only Wemby. Durant bounces. James steals. James the flick ahead. And Davis rocks the rim. So great right now. And we've heard that from the Lakers players as well over the last few days. As Beal gets to the rim and slams it down. D'Angelo Russell finds the cutter on Hachimura for the dunk. A couple times we've seen the Lakers get lost behind the defense on good cuts as Nurkic lays it in. Beautiful delivery from Tyus Jones. In league history goes back to the 77-78 season when they started tracking turnovers. Durant.
I'm sorry, why Book be wearing these headbands and shit now, man? I don't know, bro. He look like one of the 2000. He look like a 2000 hooper, bro. He like a 2000 hooper, dog. That shit is crazy.
It's on another 3. Execute well. Here's Durant. Durant cutting through, lifting up and finishing. Beautiful off the board. Lakers were great on the offensive glass in their opener. Booker connects on a 3.
You never get used to the pressure. You just learn to.
They took one of Durant's 3s off the board. He had stepped out of bounds, so the score was edited to 12-11. That's why the change is Booker. Los Angeles out there with Hachimura, Davis, Reeves, and Russell as the Lakers turn it over. Here's Morris. Morris Euroing, dishing, and Plumlee.
The Phoenix Suns are just going to generate too many three-point shots and attempts
good
that
pass,
they're going
boy.
to be able to finish as Anthony Davis gets an easy roll to the rim. Special this season.
Ryan Dunn, the rookie, into the game for Phoenix. Booker leaning and hitting
That's a shot.
for Phoenix. Booker, the crossover, the acceleration, and the lay. What a take from Devin Booker. They have 11 assists in this first quarter. Here's Beal rising up and draining a three. 5 straight threes, 2-for-1 opportunity here for the Suns. Lazy pass from Nurkic, knocked away by Vincent. James through the lane.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
He's out to meet him. Beal motors around.
Good ball movement.
O'Neal wide open. Connects. Ryan Dunn, 2 for 2 from deep. Beal shovels. Plumlee reversing. Minnesota, just the third time they've been swept in a 7-game series in franchise history. Beal on another three. Bradley Beal, who gave the Lakers a lot of good minutes in their season opener. Connect. Knocks down the three. That's what he does. Likes to be challenged, and he is a fantastic shooter. Dunn. How about Ryan Dunn? He's 11 for 15 from 3 in this first half. Connect. Connects.
You've got confidence.
Well, and he's going to have to play a big role for the Lakers bench for them to be good this season. As Durant hits the fall away with a shot. 5 to shoot. Durant looking to move Davis. Durant fading and hitting. That is a big money.
And I guarantee you the Bucks are going to have a sleepless night. They're going to have a long practice the next day.
Anthony Davis lays it in. Nice setup from Austin Reeves. Awesome story, Angel, and terrific shoes from Devin Booker. They are gorgeous.
Look, the Book ones are some of the best first edition of a signature shoe I've seen. As Austin going and making that contact, they're not going to just call a defensive foul anymore.
Reeves bounces, and Davis slams.
In the first quarter, this is the Phoenix Suns. They're going to have stretches and bursts like that. Now it's a matter of LeBron getting going. He's been slow here in this first half.
Gets that one to drop.
Who was that player I want?
This ain't slow, man. Bron is just saving his energy, bro. He letting the kids go to work, and so he's stepping back, doing what he could do to contribute, and then eventually he'll cut the switch on.
I wonder who was the player
in 96, 97?
Yeah.
I think you and I know who that is. Booker drains the three.
Got a lot of work. You don't want to go in there with an 8-point lead. You want to go in there 15, 16, and the same for the Lakers. You want to keep this in a manageable space. And Kevin Durant, he knows it's a big 90 seconds. It's a
Durant pocket pass. Plumlee on the run. Gets it off to O'Neal. Reeves on a steal. Goes behind the back and serves it in. What a move from Austin.
Hello, mortals. Look at your bank account. Now look at mine. Now back to your bank account. Now back to mine.
Here's Durant. Durant curls around and lays it in. Just too easy. James motoring inside. Good movement here. Reeves three is good. Beal stepping back, leaves it short. Here comes James. James bounces, Reeves lines it up, and hits from three.
Turnovers and putting them at the free throw line took them out of a rhythm. They have to get back to the discipline of playing off and with one another and down. So he did mention showing a crowd, but he knows that he can erupt at any time.
Like that. Yeah. Sounds like a play-by-play broadcaster too. So she knew to punctuate the moment.
Well, Angel can do anything on these mics.
Booker in the mid-range.
And the Lakers for answering.
Here's James. Will fire again.
Money.
You bet.
I better stop playing with LBJ.
Here's Durant off to Booker. Booker hops in. Able to hit over the contested. Hachimura gets denied by Durant.
Steal.
Booker able to grab. Reeves went for the steal. Numbers for Phoenix. Durant slinking inside.
And I don't think it was the net. I think his finger grazed the rim.
James lays it in.
For the next 6.5 minutes, the Lakers are going to be shooting. But on the other side, the Lakers don't have a team foul yet.
Davis lays it in. Durant sliding through, cupping in. Lovely the finish in extra innings.
Good ball movement, man.
Crowd going wild. It's not for Tyus Jones. Shot clock at 5. Jones off the window and in. Tyus
Tips, deflections, blocks. This man gets more tips than the Feds.
James rumbles in for 2. Out there with James, Vincent, Hayes, and Davis. Davis early offense. The post and the finish. Lakers do get the stop. Here's James behind the back. Vincent in the corner. On to 3. Dalton connects. The rookie into the game made an impact in the first half of the Lakers. Tied at 83 here. Anthony Davis. You miss us, Jonathan. We know you do.
I'm going to be really honest. I'm doing it so well mainly because he understood the game and press, and he's going to bring that same approach to coaching. You've already seen it.
Hachimura rocks the rim. Lakers looking to push. Reeves step back 3. It's good. Thank you. I've noticed you've had an extra, saving your skips to Freddie Freeman grand slam as well.
I'm happy for the Dodgers.
Durant gives it up. Here's Jones skating through, kicking it in.
Hey, if you have a video podcast studio and you got everything figured out, you have a thriving business, a steady stream of clients, and a rock.
Shot clock at 5. Hachimura finds Hayes, who powers it down. Jones to the corner. Booker sidestepping 3 is short. Rebound, Karam's out to Booker. Jones will try and hit. Into the paint, lost it, kicks it. Russell.
After one-legger.
Here's Davis.
The one-legger.
Davis spinning, met by O'Neal. Davis insistent control. Here's Durant up under and in, plus the foul. A chance for 3 to go deep into the playoffs. And Davis has been great in the first 2. James off the steal. Davis to the rim. O'Neal on the other end. James. Booker switched on him. 4 to shoot. Oh, what a look. James, the dart to Vincent.
Offensive rebound role players really finding little bitty niches inside the paint. That's an impressive pass, though.
Booker rips in a 3. Creeping down, 6 to shoot. Looking to take Beal. James dishes. Hachimura.
Thank you.
Very similar to in 2020 when they won in his years in New Orleans.
Well, JJ said the number one thing was his aggression in game 1, and we've seen it again in game 2 after the Lakers have been down 22. Beal's 3 is good.
I see you.
Makes it a 7-point game. Fake like he's going to take it. Goes to Booker. Booker lays it in. But that will do it. For the first time in 13 years, the Lakers are 2-0.
2-0. 2-0. 2 and goddamn out. Let's get back to it, dog. So, what I kind of wanted to mention, I wanted to talk about actually about that. So the whole Bronny James situation, right? We understand and know what the whole deal was, right? We knew Bronny James was going to get drafted. We knew that, yeah, he was going to go to the Lakers. We understood that much of it. But I'm still full on Bronny James. I'm still full on Bronny James. However, I do believe that he's not ready in the sense of not the fact that he can't play. That ain't the part. I think it's more of the confidence. It's more of the confidence, him just going out there ready to ball out and tap in and lock in. I think that's more so what it is. Yeah, he did his thing with the summer camp, and I said that I spoke on that, but I think it's more so. I think it's more so about the fact that he needs to build that confidence in, because I mean, let's be. I can keep it a being. I can be objectively. I can be objective about this. He barely played any games in college. You since his heart situation, didn't play anything. All he's been doing is simply getting healthy and training. That's all he's been doing, right? So that's a long gap for playing and just building that confidence. It's just being on the court consistently. Yeah, you played in the summer leagues, but that's different. That's not the same thing. Us even hoopers, you already know there's a difference between summer games and the actual game. There's a difference. It's a little bit more freelance. It's a little bit more of, okay, I'm just gonna let y'all play y'all game. But now once you get into it, and plus it don't necessarily count in a sense. It don't necessarily count towards the season. It doesn't count towards if that motherfucker gone, it just don't count towards the season. Because I mean, it can still count towards you getting on the roster for sure. And you know, and how they're gonna look at you and how they decide to play you, if they're gonna put you on the roster or they're gonna send you straight to the goddamn G League. And Bronny James has the potential to be a solid NBA player. I'm talking solid. I'm talking solid. I'm talking to the point I see him more like a Drew Holiday type. I see him being a Drew Holiday type. He's gonna have his moments where dude is just that guy. And then there's gonna be other moments where he's gonna take the back seat. He's gonna be a key piece for any team because he can guard, he's athletic, he's fast, he can run an offense. But you know, like I said, once he gets that experience, it's just playing on the court long enough, starting to build up that confidence. I then think that he will be something solid for real. But I think he's gonna go to the G League. I think he needs to go to the G League to start building up that confidence, you know, just to kind of get out of the limelight for a minute. You know, really just build that confidence up and really just get in and lock in on himself and really see how he is actually going to fit in the team and what he's going to do, what kind of player he's going to be. And then he could just kind of work his way from there. I think once he leaves the G League, I think he's probably going to, if he goes to the G League, they're going to do one of two things. They're either going to keep him there at the Lakers and, you know, let him continue to build up, or they're going to trade him to a different team. And that's where he really going to take off. And that's where we really going to see who Bronny James actually is. He's probably going to be in the G League. I'll give him 2-3 years, maybe. Depending on how well he does in his first year and potentially his second year, is all going to be dependent on if somebody pulls him out of the G League and just say, you know what, now it's time to come play for the team, or put somebody for him to get on the roster. So it just all depending upon that. But I do think he needs to build the confidence on the court first. It's been a minute for him. He hadn't played in the actual real game, because I know when y'all saw the last game, he looked nervous. I'll be 1000%. He looked nervous when he got on. You know, he looked kind of scared. You know, kind of like a deer in headlights. I get it though, because there's so much hype on Bronny James. You know, there's a lot of people expecting Bronny James to be like his dad. You know, they're expecting greatness right out the gate, and it's like, bro, give the kid time. But I do think he's going to the G League. I do think they're going to send him to the G League, and I think that's where he's going to build his confidence up. I give him 2-3 years to really build his confidence up and really learn himself, and then after that, they're going to send his ass. I think somebody's going to bring him up, and we're going to see a whole new Bronny James, and I think he's going to be tough. Being honest. Look, think about it. He's literally his dad, but just a smaller version. Think about it. The kid can pass. The kid he's freakishly athletic. He really is. He can guard. He can shoot. He can dribble. All he needs is the confidence now. He gets the confidence. Oh, it's going to be tough to stop him. He's going to be tough. He's going to be tough. We see, if you're a true hooper, you can see it, dog. It does not take a special eye to see it. He's going to be tough. If everything works out, if everything goes how it's supposed to go in regards to him going to the G League, him just building his confidence, because it's all confidence. We've seen it. We've seen him ball out. It's all confidence. Once he gets the confidence, bro, sky's the limit for dude. Sky's the limit for him. I believe that 1000%. I'm not gonna hold you on that. So I mean that's literally what I think. So, but man, today was a short one today. Oh no, today was a short one, but I had to make sure I showed up for y'all. I had to make sure I showed up for y'all, bro. Your boy gonna kick back for a minute, you know. I'm gonna enjoy the weekend. Tomorrow we heading out tomorrow, but for those of you who came in, I appreciate you. But look, hold up before I go. Y'all seeing the new setup though, right? Y'all seeing it. Well, I don't know why my camera been tripping. So I've been trying. So look, y'all, I wanna let y'all in on something. So this seems minuscule right now, but what I'm really trying to do, I'm trying to give this elegant presence. I want to give this luxury, masculine, but yet at the same time urban feel when you come into this live. So this is small. This is just a start, man. And eventually you're gonna start seeing new things pop up. You're gonna see a whole new background. You're gonna see all these different things, but there's a reason I'm doing this though. But we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that on another time. But this is slowly we're gonna start seeing new things in here. Slowly we're gonna start growing. And that's the whole part of this, man. I'm looking at this thing for a long term. I'm looking at this for longevity. And just showing up for you guys every day any way that I can, and showing up every time. Every live ain't gonna be good, but I hope that I get to a point where I got people in here locking in with your boy. You know what I'm saying? I do appreciate the people who did came in though. It's always a pleasure to have people coming in. So, but with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all. I said this was gonna be a short one, so I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all weekend, and I'll